All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how Jacob's trouble, right? The day of Yahweh's wrath, the day of the Lord, Jacob's trouble, the day of the apocalypse, the day of the return of Yahweh Shai, whatever you want to call the day when Yahweh fully judges this earth, right? That is going to be a day that really tests everyone's philosophy that they have on this world, man, because you got a lot of people on this earth with all kind of different ideas and what they think is going to happen on this earth, right? But when Yahweh brings his wrath on this earth, he's going to show that none of these people knew what the hell they was talking about, right? None of them knew. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Meaning that all the different ways that people think that things are supposed to be done, if it really has any worth and any strength to it, then okay, in this time, you're going to be able to show that it does have strength. Now, one of the main ways that I was thinking of since I've been saying the things I'm saying, is the roadman way. And you had this whole Leicester situation where a Israelite uni student got robbed by another Israelite, right? But a person that don't believe that they're an Israelite, another so-called black person that's a uni student got robbed by a so-called black person that's not a uni student, right? And a lot of these roadmen, so-called roadmen, all these people that are on that gang life and all that, they actually really think that they're bad for real. They actually think that they're bad in regard to everyone on this earth, right? But part of the real reason, and this is what a lot of them, if you're one of these guys that thinks that you're like that, listen to this and really consider what I'm about to say, man, right? Are you really actually bad? Or are you bad because nobody else wants to do the things that you want to do right now? Because they've got other things that they've got to worry about on this earth. So they ain't prepared to go where you're prepared to go, right? Are you actually bad for real? Or are you just got nothing to lose right now because you ain't got nothing, you ain't worth nothing in this world in general? So you feel like, well, I ain't got nothing to lose, so I'm prepared to go all the way. Well, when this society falls, everyone's going to have that mindset. Everyone's going to have nothing to lose. And then what are you going to be worth then when everyone's got nothing to lose, man? What are you going to be worth? In a time where everyone's got nothing to lose, what are you people going to be able to do, man? What are you going to be able to do in that time when no one's got nothing to lose? Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's going to include roadmen. A lot of y'all are going to realize that you're just some skinny anorexic nerds, bro. A lot of you are going to realize, man, I'm actually weak, because I thought that I was bad, because normally whenever I was trying to boy anyone off, there was 10 of us. But now that it's a one-on-one scenario, I just got dashed 5 meters across the room into that wall, and now I'm getting stamped on. And I thought I was bad. I thought I was bad, but now I'm realizing actually I'm weak. I'm actually weak. But I thought I was strong. I thought I knew how to handle this thing. I thought, man, if it ever went bad, me and my boys are gonna roll around and we're gonna pattern this and we're gonna pattern that. But it turns out we're the ones getting patterned around here. That's what a lot of you guys are gonna find out, man. A lot of you are gonna be crying, man. You're gonna be running scared from people that you never thought that you would have run away from in your life. But right now, because the society's still somewhat comfortable, other people are not prepared to do some of the stupid things that you're prepared to do, because they've got things that they feel like they can lose. But when everyone realizes that it's all gone anyway, everyone's going to be prepared to go to the dark lengths that you go to now and further. And that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. The day of the Lord is considered as darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, right? If he leaned his hand on a wall and a serpent bit him. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it. And there ain't going to be no brightness in the day of the Lord for people that have been criminals harassing their own neighborhood and their own people for as long as they can remember they could walk and run. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is all going to happen. Every single philosophy, every single different way of life that people think that they have as worth something, is all going to be tested in the time to come. Oh, you women, you think OnlyFans lifestyle is what it's about. All you people that you think the 9 to 5 way. Oh, I've got a 9 to 5 and I've got things set up and I've got my 10, 15 year plan. All right. When all hell breaks loose, let's see how that plan is going to work out, man. You will think, oh, I'm a prepper. I know what to do in a certain situation. All right. We're going to see. Right? We're going to see, man. We're going to see in that time if all the things that people think really are what it is. Yahweh's going to truly test everyone on this earth and show, okay, y'all think it's this? Okay, well, let me show you that it's not that. Oh, you thought that the way of the life, what you're supposed to do on earth was the way that you think? Okay, I'm going to show you that it's not that way. I'm going to show you that that way that you was thinking things are supposed to go down. It's not. I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it out, man. Now, we already know as Israelites what the way that we are going to overcome the things that are coming is going to be from, right? Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh, the strength of being scared of Yahweh is what we're going to be thinking of. So if we stumble upon a place where there's no food apart from some pork, we're going to be like, there ain't no food here. We ain't going to see pork and be like, man, look at there's some pork. We're going to be like, man, there ain't no food here. But someone that don't fear Yahweh, he's going to think, man, Yahweh, they'll thinking in my man, Yahweh put this food here for us. He wouldn't want us to starve. That's what they're going to think. When in actual reality, there ain't no food. If there's only pork around, there ain't no food there because pork ain't food. Right? Swine's flesh is not food for an Israelite. Swine's flesh is not actually food for a person that claims to believe in the Lord. That's not food, man. And if you think it is food, you've got problems. But the whole women thing as well, which I don't even really feel like talking about that too much today, man. But the whole women thing where, like, women cannot handle being alone, man. And that's why they've got all these friends that they don't actually even like. And they collect all these female friends that they're people that they don't even actually really like. They don't even know these people really, but they just collect people. Because they can't handle the reality of themselves. Right? This is just the truth. They can't handle the reality of them. So they have to collect unto themselves all these different people around that are not really people that they actually even care to be around, and they just compare their lives to their lives and get jealous and envious and covetous of each other's lives. But when all hell breaks loose, is them little group of female friends that they've all got. What's that? That's going to just be a group of victims that Yahweh's going to cause for a spirit of vengeance to overcome. Like, the day of the Lord is not no joke, man. And some of these people, they actually don't understand. Like even the gym thing, man. So a lot of people think because they go gym and they're big, they've made themselves big from lifting weights and eating loads of food, way more calories than they need to eat in a day. They think, man, see, if I'll be a juggernaut in that time. No, you're actually gonna find out you don't have no cardio, right? People ain't gonna be trying to go on a one-on-one with you anyway. There ain't gonna be no one-on-one. Okay, I'm gonna throw a jab. You've got to parry. We're gonna have a 3 minutes rounds and a 1 minute break in between each round. That's not what's gonna be happening. Now, being like that is gonna help you to some degree, but not to the amount where what you think it's gonna help you though. The only thing that's gonna overcome this day is believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And let me get the perfect scripture to explain this point. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. It don't matter how smart you are. Don't matter how much stats you know and how much worldly knowledge you know, how much you know about herbs, spices, and all this. You could know all the information about herbs, which is, I'm not saying it's not nothing good to know about that stuff, but you could know all of that and still get destroyed. It's about whether you believe in the Lord ultimately, and I'm going to read it. Neither let the mighty man grow in his might. It don't matter how much MMA you know, how much jiu-jitsu you know, how much kickboxing, how much boxing you know, how much wrestling you know, how much taekwondo. Now again, it's not a bad thing to know these things. It's not a bad thing to know self-defense, but self-defense physically your own self is not going to be what's going to get you through the day of the Lord. Because if it was, then you would be able to boast in it. You'd be able to boast in yourself. And Yahweh doesn't want anyone getting through the day of the Lord and being able to boast in himself. He wants everyone that gets through the day of the Lord to know that he made them get through it. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. It don't matter how much money you have or have not got in your bank account. That's not going to be what gets you through the day of the Lord. So how much money you physically have don't mean nothing right now. It don't matter. Right? It really does not matter, man. Truly, it don't matter. But him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. And that's going to be what's going to get people through the day of the Lord, man. It's not going to be about your own vain, whatever you think you can do with the hands and all that. That's not going to mean nothing, man. What you think you could, whatever you think you are in life, Yahweh don't care about none of that. Now, he gave you those skills, but for some people, he gave them skills just as a consolation prize, man. The day of the Lord is going to really test everyone's individual pride and see who is prepared to believe in him in that time, man. And I'm going to end the lesson there.